For CF final, there is a chapter called CSP, that is Company Secretarial Practice, in which you may be asked to draft a board resolution. And while you draft a board resolution, is better you give a preamble. That is a preamble, that is nothing but an introduction. How will you write an introduction to that? You will write like this: kind of meeting, board meeting, type of resolution, simple majority. As you know, except few items, all other items in a board meeting is passed through a simple majority. The few items you have unanimous resolution. For example, in section 186 and you have in 203, you have an unanimous board resolution. Except all, usually the resolution will be a simple majority. So before you starting drafting resolution, it's better to give an introduction by a preamble. Don't write preamble, but we will write like this: kind of meeting, board meeting, type of resolution, simple majority. Now may I ask a basic question: what is a resolution? What is a resolution? A resolution is a final decision. It's a final decision of the board or general meeting. So after a meeting has been discussed in length, deliberations are having happened. Having taken the views of the directors, the chairman will usually put forth a resolution. And the resolution is later on put for a vote, and that is the way. So resolution is a concluding final part of a discussion, so that usually the resolution starts with the word resolved that. Now in this video we'll try to make you conversant with how to draft a resolution. We will take one example. So today's example of board meeting resolution, the most interesting thing, because most of the students know this provision. So what is that which we are going to do? We may take this appointment of additional director. See how we are going to pass a resolution or draft a resolution for appointing an additional director. Before you start appointing or drafting a resolution for each business, it is better to recapitulate the law. You all know that additional director is dealt with section 161(1), and you know that there must be a provision in the articles of association, and you must know the tenure of the appointee, that is the additional director. You must first recapitulate the law, then only you start writing. Now I will teach you how to draft a resolution for appointing an additional director. So we will start from here. So take a neat sheet, especially when drafting is asked. It's better to start from a new answer sheet, because we'll get some space to draft. So neatness and the construction of the resolution is very important while you draft. So we will start from here, right? So before you start, after writing the preamble which I discussed earlier, kind of meeting a type of resolution, you will start a new paragraph. Start in inverted comma, put a full capital letter: resolved that. So this is a standard secretarial format. You should use inverted comma, you should use the capital letter called resolved that. Now I will say resolved that. Then you have to write by which section you are going to appoint an additional director. So resolved that pursuant to, right, section, what is the section? You have 161(1) of, right, Companies Act 2013, and you know that appointment of additional director requires a provision in the article. So, and subject to clause dash, the clause in the articles of association of the company, Sri. You have to name him, the name of the director, Sri dash, bracket, you have to use his DIN number. B and is hereby, this is a connecting jargon, B and is hereby appointed as an additional director of the company. So this will do the first part. So the first paragraph, what I have discussed to you, we had just told about which section pursuant to you are passing this resolution, and with respect to which clause of the articles of association you are passing this resolution. Then you have named the additional director, his DIN number is there, and we are deciding that he is going to be appointed as the additional director of the company. Now we have to define his tenure. So we will make a second paragraph. Second paragraph usually starts with the word resolved that again in capital letter, resolved further that Sri dash his name, the director's name, bracket again bin number, dash bin number, will hold office up to, not until, it's up to the next annual general meeting. See, this is a standard format of appointing an additional director. What are the ingredients? We had made the ingredients to two parts. First part is appointment, second part is tenure. In appointment part, I told you, in the appointment part, we told you his section, his name, his DIN number. Then we clearly told that he is going to be appointed as an additional director of the company. In resolve further, that is the second paragraph, we told that again his DIN number we quoted, his tenure. You all know the tenure of additional director is up to, not until, up to the date of the next annual meeting. So this will be the standard format of additional director appointment. So while you draft a resolution, the essential point is you should look into the law, you should know the law, pursuant to which section, if any restrictions that subject to approval of central government or subject to any approvals you require, or there is a clause in the articles of association. In this case, in additional director we require only two requirements. One is the section and second one is a clause in the articles of association. So that is it. Third one is his tenure. The tenure is already fixed in the law, so we have made it resolved for that. Students, this will be a typical resolution how a company secretarial practice is done in the appointment of additional director. In coming videos, I will come with little bit more complicated board resolutions.